Hey guys and gals, welcome back. Thank you for hitting that play button. Let's go! Turn it up to you, beautiful, intelligent people watching the videos. Whoever you are, I'm gonna let you know. Gotta let you know. You're freaking awesome! Turn it up. Turn it up. I love it so much. Whoever you are, wherever you are, watching, hitting the like button, double thumbs up for you guys. Let's go. Thank you so much for the support and the views. I wish you all the best. You're all beautiful, awesome, intelligent people. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Quick check to make sure we're live and you can hear me. Just give me a sec, guys. Quick check to make golden. Sounds like we're golden. All right, let's get back into it. You guys want to learn some more? Let's do it. All right, where were we? We created a project. We talked about the different objects that we have. This is our sample scene. That's going to change shortly. We don't have very much going on right now, but we can add stuff in to our hierarchy, guys and gals. Let's go. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so this project I called 3D engines, because why not? Let's go. We created it. We did that. We named it. Now we got to import our assets. Import our assets. Okay, so you guys and gals know, so you have an idea. Okay. If you decide that you're going to practice Unity's projects, which we're kind of doing anyways, I've already kind of been through it, but let's go. Turn it up. Do it again. They have a link here for downloading the starter files. Okay, so we're going to do that now. Okay, I've already downloaded it. So going into my folder here, let's see, where do I have it? Projects. I need that. Hold up. Documents. I got some shortcuts set up, but I don't know. I lost my shortcut, so let's see if we can find it again. Oh, right, dev. Right. I think that's where I was putting it. Okay. My projects are in the dev, C drive, dev folder. Okay, I created a folder called Project Zipped, and then I just download to that. I mean, you can download to your downloads, and then cut it, paste it. I keep them zipped, you know, less space on your hard drive or SSD, whatever you're using. Okay, so and then all you have to do is unzip it. So we're prototype 1 we're supposed to do. So right click on it, extract all. That's what you want. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do that again. Okay, that's quick. Bingity boongity bangity bongo. Let's go. Okay, so how do we get that? All right, this is how you do it. Okay, now that it's extracted, it's on your file explorer or in your system, on your system. So from the top menu in Unity, okay, select Hold up. Select assets, which we've done. And then import package. So here we are in the project tab. Select assets. That's right here. This is just a viewer. Okay, I'm right clicking over assets. Okay, follow this step, guys. It's easy to forget. You can always come back to this video. Remember which video this is, because there are going to be future packages and you're going to have to do this in the future. So in case you forget, here it is. All right, import Unity package. Import package. That's the one we want, yes. Import package, custom package. All right, guys. Boom. Okay, so now we got to look for it. It's going to be different wherever you stored it. My dev, my unit, my projects. It's in my project zipped, and there it is. So now I just click. All you need to do is click the main folder, guys. That's it. Just click open. Okay, it'll open everything that's inside. What's up? Ah, right. Silly me. Okay, you got to go inside that. Click that icon. Let's go! All right. Yeah, we have to click an actual. Let's look at the properties of it. It is. What's the extension on these? Doesn't say. It's not really showing. That's okay. So you want to click that. You see that little icon? Let's open that. There we go. So now it's going to bring up this. Okay, don't panic. It's fine. So now at the bottom here, guys, click import. Everything's going to go here. Okay, or in assets. Let's go. Boom. Imported. Because they're important. Okay, scenes. Now we have 2 scenes. Okay, don't fret. Remember, this is sample scene. We're going to get rid of it. We don't need it. Okay, we got a prototype scene now. So I'm just going to click this. And then I right click. We don't need 2 scenes. Okay, so let's just delete. Sample scene is the scene that we started with. I believe it's built in with Unity. Anytime you open up a new package, you're always going to see this sample scene. Because, you know, you got to have something to start with, right? And that's what it is. Okay, so we imported a project. So we're going to delete our sample scene. It's fine, guys, okay? There we go. Now let's click prototype. Do you want to save changes? I don't know, save changes there. Oh, what's up? Well, let's just delete that again. I don't know. I thought it was already deleted. There, it's gone. Okay, here we go, guys. Yay, big yays. Let's drop the yays. Okay, let's do that quickly. We just imported our first project. Big yays. There we go. Turn it up. Okay. So what did it give us? Okay, well, we got our favorites here. I wouldn't worry about anything. So we just imported, right? So it's going to give us some stuff. Okay, we got materials it's given us. It's given us some different models. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff in this first prototype. Okay, all the prefabs. Okay, these are all prefabs. Let's go. And then we got our course library. So everything's kind of in here in assets. Okay, so you got your ground. You got your ground road. If you see this cube, that means it's an object. Okay, so let's click the environment here. Okay, road. Okay, that's an object inside of our world. Okay, we even got this nice little kind of background scene, which is great. Looks good, looks good. Okay, not bad. Starter. Feels kind of Robloxy, but that's fine. That's totally fine. I remember the good old days playing Roblox with my 6-year-old boy. He sure loved it. As a matter of fact, he still plays it. I don't think that game will ever die. What a great game. Okay, so that's an object, right? So we could actually, so that's part of our environment. We have an environment folder. Okay, this is called a game object. Okay. It's called a game object, guys. So as a matter of fact, I could click road here and I could rename it. I could call it roadway A. Okay. There we go. Now it's called roadway A. And it'll update it in your inspector as well, or your properties. Okay, you could even name it right here too, guys. You could rename it here. I'm just right clicking, or you can name it here. Again, you have to select it, right? So make sure you selected it, right? There's a couple of different ways of selecting an object. You can click it in your scene, or you can click it within your hierarchy. Okay, it's just two ways of accessing an object. Here we have import FBX warnings. Okay, getting a few warnings. This kind of came with it with our when we imported the package. We could clear all that. Okay, just ignore it for now. As a matter of fact, here's the next thing we're gonna do. Okay, so where's our camera? Our camera is right here. Okay, remember, guys. Okay, so our camera's kind of looking at the road. Again, remember, camera is looking that way, so whichever way it's pointing. Our X is this way. Our Y is up. No, that's up. And then our Z is this way, right? Okay, so make sure, so you can click up here, or you can press your Q, W, E, right, to select through it quickly. Okay, it's gonna happen lots because I right click and I use the WASD a lot to move around. Okay, so here we go. Here's the play. So our scene is where we're working. It's where we're gonna add objects. It's where we do all our creating. Okay, is in our scene tab. Okay, guys. Now to see the game, that's the view of the camera. Okay, and then you have these different perspectives. The perspectives work really well if you have the camera set up in bird's eye view. Right now we're kind of looking at it just like we're a normal person standing beside the road, right? So imagine you're the camera, those are your eyes, and that's what you're gonna see. Okay? Up here is the play button. So thing you want to do is make sure you save. I hit Control S, or you could just go File Save. But you got the Control S shortcut. Okay? And then we can hit play. This is the play button to take us to our game. It's gonna load it, and this is where all the action happens. So when you actually do the code behind in Visual Studio, and give commands and such to make objects move, you'll see it here in the game scene. So stay tuned, and it's gonna be fun. All right, so I'm gonna hit play. This is all kind of normal, and there we go. We don't have much going on. We just got a view of the road. We haven't really done anything. Okay, so and then you press play again to stop it, and that's all it is. It's really that easy. Okay, so if you want a quick view, you can actually click the game tab as well. All right, so another thing I could do is I could click the roadway, and I could actually create a copy. And then I'm going to click environment because that's really where I want it, because the environment is the road, right? Um, our mountain skybox, that is our background. And then you got the sky dome, which is really the circular part, base of our mountain. And then we got the roadway. So I'm going to just go paste. Okay, so remember, we have what's called a game object. Now, if I right click, I could, on this empty space right here, I could create an empty. What we're creating is essentially a game object. Environment here is the same thing. If you go create empty, you're creating an environment object, right? We can create they're basically containers for holding your parts. It's also your keeping your world organized. Just like if you're really good at File Explorer and organizing files, you'll be good at organizing your assets and your objects and stuff within your world, okay, as well. All right, so but I want this roadway, so I'm going to rename it. Okay, I'm going to call it B. Okay, but it's in the wrong spot. Right now, if you look, it's not inside my environment, right? So this is easy to do, guys. All you do is left click, drag and drop. Boom. Look how easy that is. So slick. Like, yeah, it's slick. So now we have a duplicate roadway, as you can see. Okay, so but we can move this around. So make sure you're on your move tool, right? This is your rotate tool. So any object you have selected, you're going to make changes to it, right? So look, right? Well, obviously, I mean, if we wanted a ramp roadway, we could. Now, if you did a change and you don't like it, there's a couple of ways to do it. You could go edit, undo rotate, or you can hit Control Z. Remember your shortcut keys, right? If you remember your shortcut keys, it'll make things quicker and you don't have to go to these pull downs all the time, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to hit, I'm going to click anywhere in the world and I'm going to go Control Z. There. Okay, I want to click my roadway. It's in the wrong spot. I want to move it. Okay, so I accidentally rotated it, but I wanted to move it. Okay, so if you hold your control button, you can grab the tip of your arrows. Okay, move your roadway up. That's the Y direction. I'll move the road in the Z direction or move it in the X direction. Okay, we're gonna move it there. Let's see what this looks like. Will it actually fit? It will. It does. It's gonna fit. Perfect. Okay, so I want to get it close. Okay, it's kind of a guessing game here, guys. All right, so let's get it close. And if I wanted to, I could go up, and then I could kind of look down, or try to. Okay, kind of overlapping. But we're close. All right, so I'm just moving around. I'm going to move the object, get it close. Okay, so here's one thing you could do. Okay, remember, green is Y. Okay, so what is the Y? So we're going to look at our original road. This is our original. Okay, it hasn't been moved. This is where it was sitting in our environment. Okay, let's click. So we're clicking so we can see the properties in our inspector tab. Okay, guys? All right, beautiful. I want to check my stream, make sure you guys can still hear me. Check my stream, make sure you guys can still hear me. Golden. You guys probably heard that. You're going to get kind of a double, but that's okay. All right, so the reason I clicked it is because I want to look at the properties. I want to see the position of our roadway. Now, our position, now this is where it doesn't hurt to take some notes. I'm a little bit, I guess, I don't know, I'm calling myself weird. I like values being perfect, but that's okay. We're just learning here, we're practicing, it doesn't really matter. So if you notice, if we go to our environment object, these are little details you guys need to understand. I'm clicking my game environment or my game object. It's called environment. Now if you look, there's our game object. It's right there. Okay? This game object here is holding all of this. Okay? So it's acting as a container in our world environment, right? You guys need to understand this. Okay? So this environment name, yeah, it's a name, it's a word, but it's more than just words on a screen. It's actually an object. It's called a game object, and it's a container that's going to hold our more objects, right? It's no different than a box. A box is a container. A box can hold objects. A box is also an object, right? Makes sense? So we named it. It was already named for us. It's called environment. It's holding our dome. It's holding our mountain sky box. Okay, you can see the yellow outline of it. That's our background for our world. It's holding our original roadway, and it's holding the roadway we created. Okay, so again, take note. So now, there's our object in space. It's here. Yes, it's kind of on a different elevation. If you look, the position is 2.4 on the X. It's in the negative. On the X, I could change it to 0, I guess, if I wanted to. There we go. Okay. I could change my Y to 0. And I could change my Z to 0. Okay. So now we've just placed. Now I'm going to go backwards here just so you can see. Now if I hit undo, you can see the changes. Okay, Control Z, Z, Z. Redo. Actually, I'm going to have to go edit, redo, edit, redo, edit, redo. Okay. Now, I put everything to 0 because you don't have to, guys, but you can. I recommend. So if we go here, let's go like this. So we're actually below the world. You can see, guys. Okay, you see this grid? It's an invisible barrier, and as a matter of fact, I'm underneath the world, and I'm below it. Okay, so I'm gonna go Control Z, 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 and we're just gonna leave it where it is. Okay, I just want you guys to understand a few things. Okay, so it's probably hard to see, but it's really close. Now our roadway's on top of our invisible, on top of our mountain skybox. I think it's our sky dome part, yeah. It would have to be, right? So our road is on top of it now. So it's at a different elevation, which is fine. If you notice, our sky dome is at 0, 0, and 180. Okay, its position on the Z doesn't matter. Okay, because it's kind of within this whole world. It doesn't really matter. Okay, the Sky Dome is our main kind of container, if you will. All right, so I'm gonna keep the roadway where it is, and we'll just roll with it. Okay, now the reason I wanted to show you guys that, I want to have, so this is Y I need. I need Y. So I'm going to copy the Y of our original road. Control C. I'm going to click my other one, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go Control V. There we go. Now they should both be at the exact same elevation now. Boom. You see what you guys understand what I just did? I clicked my, I left my roadway where it was originally. Okay, it's back to where it originally was. I clicked inside here, and I just copied those values because I want my Y to be the exact same thing for this road. Okay, that's why I clicked this. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so now we need to do our Z. Remember, blue is Z, right? Or Z. ZZ, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna copy Z. Okay, Control C. I'm gonna click my other road, and I'm gonna paste those values. Whoa. Why did you move way over there? Control Z, Control Z. Hold up. What just happened? Z is blue. Yes, I'm just trying to move the roadway this direction. I only need to move it a little bit. Okay, so why did it move so far? Now this is where it kind of messes with your brain a little bit. Whoops. You kind of have to play around with the numbers a little bit, guys. Okay, I'm going to keep my Y value because I'm going to move this around a little bit. I think the location is, like, my thinking is the location is based off the game object, which is the environment. The environment is the game object. Okay? Now, where you position stuff is obviously going to be based off of that. Right? I'm assuming. Okay, so we have no issues with the Y, but I want to move the road a little bit this way and a little bit this way. Okay, we're getting closer. I wish my zoom button would work on me here. Okay, we're close. Okay, so I'm going to take the red and just move it in a little bit. Whoa, don't lag out here. Okay, how close are we? We're kind of close. Right there. If you hold control, you see how the world has like these squares? It'll actually, if you hold control, it'll like jump to each location. Okay? So if I click here, I mean, these are out a little bit. It's not perfect, these values, but whatever. For all intents and purposes, we're just learning here. We don't need to be so perfect, right? That's kind of like, that's just a characteristic, a quality a lot of people have, even myself, about things being kind of perfect. Now you got to realize in the gaming world, nobody's going to really know if something is out 0.05, right? So, but some of us like to make things perfect, but you got to realize that all takes time too, right? Okay, so that's pretty close. I want to have a look here. It's overlapping a little bit, not much. I think we could leave it. We're gonna leave it. Okay. Now I want to check which position. Whoops. My Z 70, 270. Huge difference. Hold up, 90, 90. It has the same rotation. The rotation's the same, but the Z value is different. Remember, Z is blue. It's weird how they're not on the same plane. I'm thinking in a lot of people understand where I'm coming from. Like, they look like they're on the same plane, but the Z values are different, which is kind of mind-blowing. It says 270, and this one says 70. And the X values are very close. So I might actually go like this. I think it's the X value. Let's check it out. Oh, boom. Perfectness. So I copied the X value, okay, of our original road and pasted it to the X value of our new road. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Actually, it's perfect. Okay. Now why the Z value is, I don't know. That's okay. We're going to leave it. Let's save that and run it. Okay, of course, it's just going to show just the road over here, right? Because our camera is over here. Okay. So what I've done, guys, really isn't part of the, they're not teaching this in the Unity.learn, guys. I've already been grinding a little bit, playing around, so I'm kind of taking their projects and kind of taking it to another level for you guys, okay? We're expanding on our road here, okay? I'm going to leave it at that, okay? We've got 2 roads, and we've basically extended the length of our world here. Okay, perfect. We got the space, so we might as well, right? Again, if you look outside the world, guys, you can't go out there. This is the container, right? We got to stay within the main container, which is our sky dome. Okay? And our mountain skybox, which is all the same. Look at that. You see the mountain skybox? There's the game object for that. It's floating way up in space here, right? It's just, again, an invisible container, right? It's actually an object. That's the object for the whole mountain, okay? You can see the highlighting of it, right? Okay? This is all of that. You can see the orange kind of highlighting. Okay? And then I click Sky Dome. There's the container for our Sky Dome. I believe it might be the invisible, kind of like a snow globe, if you think about that, guys. Think of it as like a snow globe, and we're inside of it. Okay? We can't get out. That makes sense? Let's go! All right. How long do I make these? Maybe I'll make them an hour long. We're getting into this, guys, so I appreciate every single one of you watching. You guys are all beautiful, intelligent, beautiful people and legends. Let's go. Just want to check one more time here. How do I make these? Maybe I'll... Yeah, we're golden. Okay, just got to double check you guys can hear me still. All right, let's go. Let's do the next thing. So I just kind of threw that in for funsies. Okay? You can do that. And you might as well learn this stuff right from the get-go. Okay? Our environment is a game object. It's also a container holding other objects. Really, that essentially that's it. It's in a nutshell. Okay. So all of this that's inside here is inside this object. I know it doesn't look like it, but just think of it like that. Okay, so now let's add our vehicle to the scene. Oh, we get to add a vehicle. Let's go. I think I need a new keyboard. I haven't done any gaming in a while. My S is worn. I have a HyperX. I think it's a Solo something, if I remember. Gaming RGB keyboard. My W button, I haven't really gamed much. I've done a lot of zombies and whatever, but I haven't really gamed much lately. I've just been working. I'm surprised that W key's not working. Okay, let's add in a vehicle. Let's do this. Okay, so I've already showed you how to focus. Let's add our vehicle. How do we add our vehicle? I believe we just drag and drop. Let me look at my... I'm going to close this. We don't need that anymore. Whoops. Don't save. Don't need that anymore. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I think we just drag and drop if I remember right. Okay, so we're going to go to our projects tab, guys. Okay. Okay, so right here, projects. Okay, so when we imported our prototype, right, our starter files, right, everything inside the starter files is inside here now, right? So if we look, we can see we have source files. Okay, this is our, just think of this as our file explorer for Unity. Okay, just think of it like that. Again, this links to your actual file explorer on your system. So any changes or additions you do here is going to reflect inside here as well, right? Automatically. Okay, so we have the ground, we have obstacles, which we're going to look at. There we go. So remember the scroll bar? We have a little mini scroll bar. We can zoom and have a look. So this is cool. So these are these are also objects as well, guys. Okay, so we're going to add a vehicle. So we have sky, but we're not going to do that. This is already part of our world. It would be crazy to add more. You don't want to do that. Plus your file size would be huge. All right, let's go. We got a couple of vehicles. All right, so it's just we got 5. So it's just a matter of picking which one you want. Okay, let's check that out. Let's drag and drop one of these. So really, that's all you need to do. Okay, so we actually need a game object. Okay, so I'm gonna create a game object. Let's do that first. Okay, so I have one for an environment, but I want one for vehicles. Okay, if I remember right, that's what I did earlier. I got some notes, but it would take time for me to read that. So let's create an object. Okay, right, create empty. It's going to automatically give us a game object. It's called game object, and it's floating in space right here. Okay, I'm going to call it vehicles. And the caps lock's on. Okay, there. Just hold up. Let me see. Going up here. I need to see. I don't need this. I'll give you guys an idea. I was playing around, and actually I built this environment. So I actually been kind of going to another level here. Let's see. What am I looking for? I am looking for Yeah, my file explorer. Oh, I didn't copy that? Dang. What a bummer. Let's see. I was really trying to... I didn't take a picture of the file explorer. Silly me. I was trying to save some time here. Whatever. We're gonna call it vehicles. Okay, so we have a game object. This is gonna be our container. Okay, I want my container, and I'm gonna assume that any objects that we drag and drop inside our container is gonna hold the same. Because if you drag and drop one of these objects, it's gonna take whatever values are based on your game object, and I believe that's how it works. So what I want to do is I'm gonna copy this X value, paste it, okay, and I'm gonna copy the Y value and paste it. Okay, there we go. So I'm moving my game object, okay, to the roadway. Okay, it's kind of below, too low. So why? I don't know why. That's interesting. Let's go like this. Whoa. Let's copy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go off the same. I'm thinking the smart thing to do, guys, right? You're not going to see this on the tutorial. Because when you start doing coding, you have to start thinking of reference. What's relative? How do I explain this? When you put coordinates in your code, your X, Y, and Z values, it's going to be based or relative off, I believe, your game object. So I think before you start putting objects into your container, these are objects, this is our container. Okay, but technically this is still an object too. It's just an invisible one. Okay, I want whatever I drag into here to have the same coordinates. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at. So I'm going to take the X of this one and Control V. Okay, and then I'm going to go for my environment. I'm going to take the Y value of this and make it the same. V. Okay, so if I go here and here, okay, they're going to be close. Bop, bop. They're just in a different Z location, but that's fine. It don't matter. Okay, but my X and my Y are very close. Okay, and as a matter of fact, I could change this to a perfect integer value instead of a float. You might as well learn this terminology, because when you're coding, right, decimal values are floats, integers are whole numbers. Okay, so it's 6.8. I'm going to round it up to 7. Okay, so I've moved my vehicle game object to the same coordinates of the X and Y of our environment. Okay, they should be exactly the same. The only thing different is the Z value, which, you know, it doesn't matter. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's add a vehicle. Okay, I think that's a key thing to start with. We're going to drag and drop a vehicle. So we're going to left click and we're going to drag into this area here. But I'm going to put it right inside my game object. Boom. There she be. So, if you have a look here, now we can name this. We're we're gonna name it something isn't so wacky. Armor vehicle. We're gonna give it something that's more readable for ourselves as humans. Okay, armor vehicle A, good enough. Now it took the values 0, 0, and 0, but if you look, it's right on top of our game object. Okay, so now you can see it's floating. Boom, boom. So if I want now, let's see, let's have a look here. We want to move our vehicle a little bit. Okay, we're playing around, we're learning, guys. Okay, obviously it's floating. We don't want that. It's not even on the road. I mean, did we hit a jump? I don't know. It doesn't look like it, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my control and I'm gonna bring it down. You can see the shadow effect. Okay, and now because I'm hitting control, it's actually snapping to different coordinates. Now I'm gonna have a look here. Are our tires kind of touching? It's pretty close, as a matter of fact. Is that below? It looks like, yeah, I could tell. So we're below just a hair. Let's see. I can make this 0. Let's see. Let's have a look. 0. There we go. I brought it up. Okay. But now is it floating or is it level? I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but it's pretty close. It looks like it's close to me. That looks good. So now here, let me go Control Z, guys. Okay, Control Z. I can tell just by, I don't know, it's hard if you guys could tell or not, but here's our plane, okay, our road. I could tell that this object is slightly below. Okay, now looking at my coordinates here, right? Remember, Y is green, right? So I'm looking at my Y. My Y is negative 0.238. Well, let's make it a perfect 0. Boom. There we go. So now it should be level on our roadway, which is what we want. Now the X and Y value, or I mean the Z value and the X value, doesn't matter. It could be anywhere on the roadway, but I do want to make sure our Y value is good. Okay, that we're actually look like we're on the road. So let's save it and let's play it. Hopefully we can see it. And there, let's go. Turn it up. You guys stay tuned. We're going to have this thing driving. We'll be able to drive it. So stay tuned and follow along. Let's go. Again, if you guys want to learn, you can follow the tutorials are great. They're very easy. They're explained well. They're easy to learn on. Again, it's learn.unity.com. Okay? I've already kind of been through it, so I'm giving you guys a little more advanced instruction. I don't mean to say it that way. How do I should say that better. I'm giving you guys and gals more kind of further information ahead of time, right? All the little details to help you learn. I know it's a lot. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. A lot of the terminology is the same, okay? All right, there we go. So here's our camera, okay? Eventually, see, I click camera, I could actually see it here. And if I click game, I can see it here as well. So that's one way of being able to tell if your camera is actually looking at an object. Okay, so that's a couple of ways. Whoa, what's up? Okay, all right, the music's still playing. Okay. All right, there, we got a vehicle now. What's next? Okay, obstacles. Okay, so we can do the same thing with obstacles. Okay, hold up, go to my scene. Just trying to recall Let's see. Okay. I've already got my code for that. I just wanted to. I believe I created a container for obstacles as well. Okay, so we could do that if we want to be more organized. So we're going to call it obstacles. Okay, it's another new game object, guys. Okay, that's part of our hierarchy. This is where we're doing all the magic. Okay, our scene just has prototype 1, our information. These are what we were given. Okay, it's part of our prototype package. Okay, we got scenes, and we have course library. Okay, we are going to add more folders. Hierarchy is basically our file explorer for our world. Okay, just to kind of give you a little more details. If you want to see the properties of your object, just click the move, click your object, and then you'll see the inspector here. Okay, again, you can have your inspector set up in a different spot if you want. Let's drag and drop obstacles. Okay, let's just name it something slightly different so it doesn't match that. So I'm going to rename this obstacles. Let's just rename it. Okay, obstacles. I don't know. I'm going to put an A in front of it. Good enough. Okay, there. All right, so where did it drop that object? There's our game object right there. Okay, so it's got different coordinates. Okay, so I want it to be roughly the same X and Y values as our other objects. Okay, environment, Control C. That's kind of the first thing I want to do. Oh, did I click that right? Hold up. Just hold up. I think I did that wrong. Control C, go here. I got a different value from somewhere. I don't know where I got it from. Okay, and Y, Control C. So I'm just making the X and Y values the same as my other objects. Okay, as my environment, as my vehicles. It'll help organize the values in your head a lot better when you're doing your code. Okay, and again, I'm going to make my Z value a whole number. It's less than 23.5, so I'm going to make it 23. Good enough. We're rounding down. Okay, so there's my obstacles object. My vehicles object is actually with my vehicle. And then I got my environment object. Okay, they're really close, but I don't want to make the Z values the same. I mean, you could, but it doesn't really matter. All right, so now we're going to add obstacles. Okay, let's do it. What are we going to add for obstacles, guys? What do you want? What is a tank going to destroy? Boulders? Huh? Let's do it. So I'm going to drag and drop. Okay, I'm in my hierarchy. Remember, create your game object first. Drag, then drop. Boom, shakalaka, yeah! Okay, it's just an object in space. Okay, in your world. Okay, if we look, it's a little bit higher, but that's easy peasy lemon squeezy fix. Position, bop, bop, bop. They're all at 0. Let's look at our vehicle again. Our vehicle is actually a lot of things updating here by the looks of it. Mesh collider, we kind of want all that. These are all attributes and properties of the object itself. I thought we actually moved our vehicle. All right, we made it 0. Okay, so this is floating here. Okay, what value is it going to give us if we move it? Okay, we obviously don't want a floating boulder, right? So, it's pretty close. Pretty close. Negative 0.5 it gave me. Okay, so looking at our road is like in the Y at negative 1.76. I think that looks okay. I'm not going to play around with it too much. I mean, in the middle of gaming and that, nobody's going to notice how perfect it is. Okay, so close enough. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so it's an object in front of our tank. Where you want to place it is up to you. Again, it pretty much, when we dragged and dropped it, it dragged and dropped right on top of our game object. Okay, but we can make copies. Okay, so I'm gonna rename it Boulder A. Okay, there. And then, okay, so you don't have to change these values. We're just gonna change it here. Here is fine. Okay, don't mess with that. Leave it alone. We're not going to worry about those qualities or attributes right now. We'll get into edit collider and that, but we'll do that at another time. Let's copy another object. Okay, and paste. And then I'm just going to drag and drop it inside of our game object. Okay, and then I'm going to rename it to Boulder B. Okay, click Boulder B, and it just kind of randomly put it somewhere else. Okay, so negative 0.5, I believe, should be our Y. Okay, I'm going to make these whole numbers because I can. Okay, let's copy another one. Copy and paste. Drag and drop it into our container. Whoops, I missed. There we go. Okay, rename. We're going to have a few guys. Okay, there we go. Where is this one hiding? Okay, negative 0.5 in the Y. Where did that boulder go? There it is. Okay, so we're just going to hold control. You don't have to hold control. You can still move things around. But if you want, when you move stuff, if you want it to snap to our grid, you hold control. Okay, for now, we're just going to go like this. We're going to put our boulders randomly wherever. Okay? Kind of like obstacle course. So this one is Z is 0, Z, let's go 30. Okay, this Z can be 60. We'll do that. Okay, this direction doesn't matter, but we're gonna keep the Y direction all the same. Okay, so let's copy another one. Drag and drop. Rename. And D. Okay, where's that one hiding? Okay, let's make sure our Y values are the same. So we're going by 30, 60. This one is, 0, 30, 60. So that means this one's going to be 90. And whatever. The X position, I'm just going to make it 8. We'll make it a whole number. That's going to be a whole number. 3 is a whole number. 0 is a whole number. Okay. The only thing that's a float value is our y value. Again, it's not really that critical, and you can position it anywhere on the roadway, right? Let's copy a few more. Okay, you can actually copy a whole bunch at the same time. I'm going to show you that. Okay, first we're going to rename this. Okay, and I'm going to make sure it's inside of our game object. Okay, we're being organized here, guys. Okay, negative 0.5 again. Let's go 10. And so 90 plus 30 is 120. Okay, so we're starting to get obstacles down the road here. Okay, where's the end of our line? We're getting close. Okay, so watch this, guys. So just like File Explorer, you can hold Shift or Control to pick stuff. Control if you want to pick random, or press Shift if you want to select them all. So now we have all of them selected. Let's copy and paste. Now while they're selected, let's move them. Because now we're moving them all at the same time, guys. Okay. And they're going to have the same attributes. And we're just going to back them up here. And there we go. I'm going to go like that. And as a matter of fact, that's off the road a little bit. So we're just going to go like this. And I think that's going to be close enough. And maybe we'll just go like this a little bit. I don't know. That's close. Okay. So this one's at 120. This one should be at 120 plus 30, 150. Nope. That's wrong. It's like we're on a different plane, which is crazy. Oh, 120, that should be 150. That was correct, but that's weird. Z. Yeah, that's wild. You see the difference? It's huge. Oh, I know what it is. Control Z, Z, Z. Okay. I need to rename all these first. Let's do that. It's because it's not inside of our game object. That's why, guys. So this one's going to be called F. Rename. G. Rename. H. Rename. You can name it whatever you want, guys and gals. It don't matter. Rename and J. Okay, so now I'm going to select them all. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm holding Control to select them all. And I'm going to drag and drop them inside of our obstacles container. Okay, there. Boom. Okay, so now if I go like this, let's select them all again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our Z is going to be negative 0.5. So we could actually do that quickly. And that's saying negative 3. Oh, that's 150. Good. Now we're golden, guys. 150. You understand why the values were different? It's because I didn't have them inside my main container. Okay? This is key, guys, so that you can actually figure out how much to move an object based on, it's a reference point, right? That's what you need. Okay? So 150, so that's going to be 180. They're all 30 apart. 180, 210. I was pretty close, huh? I eyeballed it. 240. I was only out by 2.5. 240. I'm being a little bit of a perfectionist, but who cares? 270. Okay. And I can round these up or down. I'm going to go 4. I'm gonna go -1. I'm gonna go 2. Actually, yeah, 2, whatever. And then I'm gonna go 5. I'm rounding it up. And this one's 7. There. Okay, Control S. There we go. Okay, I can actually add a few more, guys. That's a lot of boulders. I mean, you can see how long it's going to take to make a world, especially when you're trying to be a bit of a perfectionist. Try not to be too much of a perfectionist. Okay, we're going to add some more objects. I'm going to end this video. Okay. Yeah, that's good. We're at an hour, guys. So hopefully that helped you learn a bit. Practice, play around. Again, the more you grind it, the better you're gonna get. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Wherever you are, whoever you are, you're beautiful, awesome people. I appreciate you. Thank you, supporters, for sticking out on the channel. You guys are all legends. It's huge. I really appreciate you guys not being quitters. You guys are all awesome. Viewers as well, whoever you are, you're probably supporters. Much love. Thanks so much for the support and the love. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy 3D rendering. I don't know.